Welcome. Thank you for taking the time to view our webinar. I'm Heather Winnie, and today I'm going to be covering the top 5 challenges of medical logistics. Any questions can be put into the chat box, and I'll answer any inquiries at the end of the webinar. So, managing a seamless managing the seamless flow of medical supplies is essential for ensuring safe patient care and operational efficiency. At CXT Software, we understand the intricate challenges faced by hospital systems, pharmacies, labs, and healthcare providers when it comes to medical logistics, as they make up most of our customers. So let's take a quick look at some of the key logistics challenges and innovative solutions that can optimize your supply chain management within your healthcare organization. So, the first problem that many labs and hospitals and universities have is a lack of visibility. With over 4.5 trillion in expenditure, the global medical industry is one of the world's largest and fastest growing industries, yet many labs are unable to track their deliveries. Everyone can track your lunch delivery from the deli to your doorstep, yet many are not able to know where critical deliveries are, such as vital organs and controlled medical substances. The truth is that time-sensitive packages, including organs being transported for transplant, they're typically tracked through a rudimentary system of paper manifests and phone calls. According to a 2020 investigation by Kaiser Health News, transportation issues caused nearly 170 organs to be unable to be transplanted and almost 370 to experience near misses between 2014 and 2019. Organs are, of course, the most outrageous example, but specimens, medications, and medical device transport all suffer from a lack of visibility when being transported. 80% of the physician's diagnoses are a result of laboratory tests. So, getting those samples to the lab for processing should be visible from order to pickup to delivery. The College of American Pathologists has recommendations for maintaining internal and external chain of custody. They suggest for specimen collection, at the very least, labs to track specimen shipping and transportation logs. Records should include the time of dispatch and receipt, as well as the condition of the specimens upon delivery. So, technology today can automatically track all of those details, as well as where the driver was at any point during their route. From a logistical perspective, it's instrumental. Hold on one second. Okay, so from a logistical perspective, it's instrumental to know where your drivers are so that stat orders can be appropriately assigned to the driver that makes the most sense. Labs should also know how far away the driver is, even if there's a window of time that they expect them, so that they can prepare for their arrival. So, whether your healthcare organization manages logistics between facilities or direct to patients, you should have an in depth visibility into the life cycle of your shipments. We simplify logistics management with our visual tracking system for your shipments and deliveries so that you can ensure to have real time information on location and delivery statuses at all times. The next major healthcare logistics challenge is temperature. The specimen doesn't exist in a void from when it's being transported from the draw site to the processing site. Studies show that significant medication waste due to spoilage is estimated to be about 5% or more of pharmaceutical budgets in hospitals. So, transporting temperature sensitive medical products like vaccines, tissue samples, and medications, it's going to require precision and reliability. The physical stability of pharmaceutical products and the viability of specimens is contingent not only upon the proper temperature control while it's in storage, but also maintaining the necessary temperature range during pickup, transport, and delivery. Adverse factors such as temperature deviation, agitation, light exposure, and inadequate handling, they're all going to affect your sample integrity. When a drug is transported in temperatures that are too high or too low, has light exposure or inadequate handling in general, its chemical stability is likely going to be impacted. So, this is going to degrade the quality and perhaps render it unusable. Same goes for specimens and samples. The physical properties of a medical specimen, such as like the viscosity, the density, and even the form of that a specimen takes, can be altered by the temperature. So, dry ice. So, although dry ice is commonly used to ensure the optimal temperature and maintain the integrity of the sample, it's a hazardous material, and individuals have to receive special training in its use. So it's important for the operations manager to be able to distinguish which drivers have the specialized training and others that don't. Now, regulatory and data security. Questions abound, like surrounding HIPAA compliance and specimen transfer. So we'll just start with the basics and cover the main questions is like, what is HIPAA compliance? Well, as I'm sure you all are aware, HIPAA was passed by Congress in 1996. It aims to protect the privacy of patients' medical information. The law applies to healthcare providers, health plan sponsors, and healthcare clearinghouses. Any business entity that works with medical information is required to comply with their privacy rules and their security standards. If your company has access to protected health information or PHI in any way, you're supposed to be aware of the rules set out in the security privacy rules within the HIPAA guidelines. So, what is considered PHI and what is not? Well, what is considered PHI is identifying information such as personal names, residential addresses, or phone numbers if it is related to their health data. So a lot of people ask, well, if addresses and names are PHI, how are logistics companies able to transfer samples from the hospital to the lab? How are medications able to be shipped in the mail? How are heart transplants able to be moved? Well, the answer is that there's an exception for the use of PHI called the HIPAA conduit exception rule. The conduit transports information, but does not access it other than on a random or infrequent basis as necessary for the performance of the transportation service or as required by law. So this allows you to transfer to be able to transport information, by utilizing PHI without having to worry about HIPAA. It also keeps you from having to sign on a courier company or a courier software as a business associate. The next topic I'd like to discuss are delivery challenges. So, delivering medical supplies to remote and or underserved areas or even traffic congested inner cities that presents a unique logistical challenge. So, in rural communities, vast distances between healthcare facilities and patients can give way to like extended delivery times. They can complicate urgent shipments. But in contrast, urban areas with high density populations can make navigating through busy streets or dealing with traffic or finding parking at healthcare facilities like a logistical nightmare for medical couriers. Potentially avoidable costs of specimen redraws and collections are estimated to cost a healthcare organization between 4,200,000 and 1.4 million in less than a year. So, what are some of the delivery challenges that most, healthcare organizations face? Well, if you're currently using the pen and paper methods, it might be difficult to know which driver to add a stat order to. At times, there might be disputes between the pickup location and the driver. The driver insists that they were there. The staff says that they didn't come on time or came too late. So, with scanning technology, drivers can scan the location when they actually arrive and actually physically put them there. And then also with scanning technology, you can scan any kind of thing they pick up, as well as anything like within it. Let's say it's a bag, they could scan the bag, and then they could scan every single tube in the bag so that you have a breadcrumb trail, and it requires them to be scanned out when it's delivered. Other common delivery challenges include being able to quickly organize routes for the day, and drivers knowing what they need to do, when they get to a specific location. With our software, the drivers are able to receive instructions at every various location they visit. Our logistics platform, it offers innovative tools like route optimization, AI-driven dispatching to adjust delivery routes and identify the optimal medical courier drivers to handle the job. because we're powered by AI and machine learning. Medical logistics solutions ensures, you can ensure pickups and drop-offs happen efficiently and on time, which will minimize the transit times and streamline your supply chain. For the final one, we're going to review lack of reporting, which is another major issue with deliveries. So over the past few years, the average cost of a healthcare data breach has risen by over 50% to a staggering almost 11 million, according to industry reports. So with reporting, in the era of digital transformation, safeguarding sensitive patient data and ensuring information security are always, of course, going to be top of mind for healthcare providers. Hospitals and labs, they need to have a proper system to be able to report on what was shipped and when. They also need to be able to see details of what was picked up, as well as be able to access automated reports of driver on-time performance or shortages or overages. With better reporting, companies are able to optimize their informations. It's no longer a guessing game, and you can feed real data into it and get out valuable reports. So whether it's on demand, reoccurring, scheduled, or routed deliveries, our approach to medical logistics is tailored to meet, whatever unique needs that you need with your healthcare organization. We are committed to enabling pharmacies, labs, and health systems uh, enabling them with innovative logistics solutions to overcome the challenges of medical supply chain management. If you'd like, we can always schedule a demo where we will go over what your individual needs are, what your individual workflow is, and see how we can work for you. Thank you, and I hope you all have a great day.